Moving on. Let's talk about drafts. The drawer draws or executes a draft in favor of the payee, who has the drawer's authority to collect the amount indicated on the instrument. Okay? So what is this? Well, there's different forms of it. An inland draft is a draft drawn and payable in the United States. Okay, so you want to do a draft, it's in the United States, it's just a special form of a draft. That's for the United States. Forms of drafts. Sight draft and time draft. A sight draft is a draft payable on presentation by the holder, where the time draft is a draft payable a certain number of days or months after date or presentation. So, whenever I have it in my greedy little hands and I present it to the drawer, okay, to collect that money, it's good. A time draft is going to be a time limit on it. So I'm going to have to wait until the draft matures to get those monies back from the drawer. So the acceptance is the drawee's signed agreement to pay the draft. Okay? Trade acceptance. Draft drawn by a seller on the purchase of goods. All right, look at this. Orders the purchaser to pay the face of the bill to the order of the named payee, who is frequently the seller. Okay? So you're in business. The seller is going to do the draft. Okay? And what's going to end up happening is that once it matures, orders the purchaser to pay the face of the bill to the seller. That's when they get their money. Okay? Sounds a little confusing. But all it is it's allowing the seller to sell the goods to the buyer. And when that draft matures, the seller's going to be able to get their money from the buyer. Presentment for acceptance. All trade acceptances and all time drafts payable, a specified time after sight must be presented for acceptance by the payee to the drawee. Okay? Always keep in mind that we need to keep the payee, payor, drawer, drawee, keep all those things straight for the exam. Okay? Place. Holder should present the instrument at the drawee's place of business. So wherever the drawee is located, that is where the holder should present the instrument. Okay? Party. A draft must be presented to the drawee or to someone authorized either by law or by contract to accept it. Alright? So, who's the party? It is whoever the law says may accept it, or according to the contract who can accept it. Alright, so how do you accept one of these? A drawee's signature alone on a draft is sufficient to constitute a valid acceptance. However, adding the word accepted is advisable to make clear that an acceptance is intended. So it's like endorsing the back of a check. Okay, it just shows acceptance. Admissions of the acceptor. When the drawee accepts a draft, two admissions concerning the drawer are made. The signature of the drawer is genuine, and the drawer has both the capacity and the authority to draw the draft. Okay? So it's just like in a note. You got to make certain representations. Okay? Money orders. Instrument issued by business indicating payee may receive the indicated amount. Right? A money order is like a check. Okay? But it's not quite a check. It's you take the money, you give it to the bank, they hold those funds and they issue the document. Okay? That's what a draft is.